Hello, my name is Randy Dobson. I will be your instructor for this online drafting 2319 intermediate Autocad course. And I just wanted to do this video to kind of show you around the course if you've never done one online and just what to expect. Once you get into the course, some of the material you will be reading will be repetitive of what I'm going over here, but I just want to make sure that all the instructions and everything is understood. I figured it would be easier just to show you these landscape pictures while I was talking. No reason to look at my face while I'm trying to talk to you. Uh, but again, I will be your instructor. The course does start on January 16th. Martin Luther King holiday is the 15th. You will go online, and I'm going to just pull this over here real quick. When you go to Lone Star College website, you'll click on My Lone Star, and you will log in. If you don't have any of that information, you'll need to contact the IT department to get your login information. Once you've logged in, you're going to see a page something like this. Obviously, you won't have this because you're not an employee, but I was once a student, so I do have a student tab. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go to LSC Online, go to courses. Now, if you've never taken an online course at Lone Star, your course will not show up over here. You will need to do an online orientation. It's not really difficult. It just kind of shows you around a little bit. You take a test. Once you pass it, then your class becomes accessible. And you can just keep taking the test until you pass it. So, for any of y'all, I'm going to be sending this video link out today, which is January 14th. If you want to go ahead and try to get that out of the way, that would be good. But once you get online and you do see your course, it'll 2018 Spring, University Park Intermediate AutoCAD, and you'll just click on it. And this is what you'll get. This edit course will not be there because, again, I am the instructor. And what the main spots will be: the content, the grades, assessments. I'm sorry, content, grades, and communication. Communication will be the discussion board and the email. Here under the discussion board, I will have three different topics or forums. General questions. Let me get some of these pulled up here. Here they are. General questions, not AutoCAD specific. If you just want to ask something about the course or something about interviews or anything like that, resumes, you can put them here. Here's where all your AutoCAD questions will go if it's specific to AutoCAD. And then over here, you really won't be adding to this, but this will be all assignment tips, notes, and other things. If you are experienced with AutoCAD, I don't mind you putting something up there that will benefit everybody else. If you have an AutoCAD question, you're always free to just email them to me. I would prefer that you put them under the discussion board because that way when I answer you, everybody will learn from it. But again, that's up to you. Some people don't feel comfortable with putting questions up here. I will need you to check into this course several times a week. If I might have a tutoring session or an open lab or things might change, this is where all the information will be. You will email me your assignments as you finish them. I want to repeat that. You will finish when you finish an assignment. I want you to email me the file, which will be a DWG file. Okay, please don't hoard them. Please don't hold on to them. As you finish them, turn them in. You'll just go to email, and once you create a new email, let me see if it'll let me compose. Then you can do your email, and then you can come and drop and drag your file down here, or you can upload it here. That will connect it to the email. Reason I want you to do it that way instead of Dropbox is because this is the way most people do it in the business world. So just kind of get you ready for that. The grades, of course, this is where the grades will be. As you can see, nobody has any grades. There'll be 20 assignments that you're going to be doing. I believe it's 20. Yes, 20 assignment and then the final. And these will be posted as you turn in things. I try to stay up on them, but feel free to question me if you turn something in and you haven't seen a grade in a couple days. The heart and soul of this class will be under the content. This is where you will, you've got this paper that I want you to read first. Here's the syllabus. Here's your textbook options. This is the information to download AutoCAD. This is the list of videos to watch, which in lieu of going to a classroom, you will be watching videos that have me going over each command. Some of them I've broken up into 2 or 3 videos just because they're complicated, and I don't want you sitting there trying to watch a 20-minute video. I'd rather you watch 2 10-minute ones, maybe take a break between them. The course outline, this is just to kind of give you an idea of how things are laid out, what we'll be covering each week. The first week or so will just be a review of drafting 1309. We'll go into dimensionings, layering a little bit more, creating blocks, write blocks, working with model space and paper space, or you might know it as layout, XREFs, external references, doing some isometrics. Then I'm going to give you some harder assignments. Then at the end, I tried to introduce you to some 3D drawings. So that's kind of the outline of it. I can vary from that, but I'll just see how the course goes. Let me go back to here. Your course assignments will be here. Okay, I will typically give you 2 about every 2 weeks. So you will have a week to do each assignment. First, you will have a lot more time, but as the assignments get harder and the things get harder on what I'm looking for, then you will appreciate that extra time. This is assignment instructions. It's going to tell you, some things about each assignment. One thing to remember, this is now the intermediate class, so I'm expecting a little bit more. Every drawing will have layers on it. You will create your own layers, and you can name them whatever you want. I want to see that you can utilize the layers. Any assignment that has dimensions, you have to put the same dimensions on there, making them look exactly like the ones that are on the assignment, because when you go to work for a company, they're going to have a standard and they're going to want it a certain way, so you need to start getting used to doing it the way that somebody else wants it, not your own way. And again, that's just the way it is out there in the real world. The videos, I'm just going to slide this over. I will give you the link, but if you know YouTube, you just go to YouTube, and if you just type in my last name space and AutoCAD, you'll see my face. Which I need to change it because I don't wear glasses and I don't have a goatee anymore. But if you go to my channel, here's all of my videos. I have over 90 of them. But to make it easier for my students, if you go to the playlist, I've got intermediate, introduction, advanced, and then I also teach Inventor in another course. But you're going to be concentrating on intermediate. If you're a little rusty on can't remember, maybe rotate, move, whatever it might be, you can always go back and watch them under the introduction. You go to intermediate, and I've turned the volume off here, but this one's on M-Text. I try to keep, as you can see, 8 minutes, 7, 8, 15. That was actually pretty long. Dimensioning is pretty tough. I kept them between 8 to 10 minutes. I am uploading all new videos, so when y'all start the course, it won't say 2016, it'll say 2018. But this is where you can watch the videos over and over again. You don't need to be a subscriber to my channel, but if you do, it will give you updates of when I change videos. You don't have to worry about me emailing you. I don't send out anything. I don't make any money. If you're a subscriber, it's really just for you. So if you don't want to do it, that's fine. Let me just move that off to the side. So just to give you a little history, if you've never had me as an instructor before, uh, I've lived in Houston all my life. I've worked on AutoCAD since 1991. I presently work full time for a civil engineering firm. I've been in the civil engineering field for approximately 40 years. So I work in AutoCAD all the time. But my big thing is I want to encourage questions. If you get stuck on something, you ask me a question. There's no limit to how many you can ask me. I want to make sure that the material does come across and you do understand it. Another thing is, any of y'all that have experience in AutoCAD, if I misspeak or show something incorrectly, please correct me. Again, this course is to teach you AutoCAD, not to stroke my ego and make me feel like I'm the AutoCAD guru. Everybody should always be learning and leaving their mind open to learning different ways and just accepting the fact that we don't know everything. I live out in the Cy-Fair area, and I try to check my emails pretty frequently. If you send a question, I'll usually respond within a few hours. The only time there's a little bit more lag time is on the weekends. I go out, the family goes out, we might be out for hours and hours, but if anything, if I see an email, I will at least respond to you that I've received it and that I'm delayed in getting it back to you. That's why I said some questions should be put on the discussion board, because another person might be able to answer it for you. Uh, there's going to be a lot of information which you can see over here. I want you to read through it, look through it, and make sure you understand what you need to do and how things work. Uh, so there's no question that any problem along the way, I need you to let me know. I don't need any details. If you're having family problems, computer problems, personal, I don't need to know specifics, but I just need to know as soon as possible. So if I can help you in any way, I will. Because the whole point of this course is to have you succeed. I will have some information on interviewing techniques and things like that also. And if you need any help with your resume, feel free to ask me. But again, read over all the information. Of course, some of it will be repeated in what I'm saying here, but I just want you to feel comfortable in taking this course. And remember, it is an intermediate course, so I am expecting you to have some basic knowledge of AutoCAD. But then again, I know different teachers teach different ways, so you might be lacking in one thing where others might be not lacking in that. So again, just ask the questions, and we'll get you through this 16 weeks of course, the 16-week course, and let's bump up your AutoCAD experience and get you on to the next level. And that concludes this video. Thank you.